see the SQL Server. Okay. So here we can directly connect to SQL Server here by just selecting this, or you can go to this and select SQL Server here, or click on more here, and from there you can select the databases. In the databases we can select the SQL Server database and SQL Server database. Okay. So after selecting this SQL Server database and select this connect, click on this connect button, and it will ask about the SQL Server database. Okay. What is the server database that you want to connect? So here we can mention the SQL Server name or IP address or port name, any such thing. Okay. See, first, see, when you want to get some, some item from a particular house, what do you need first? Do you need the key or do you need the address of the house? See, you are in location, say, A or city A. You want to get some item from a house in another city. Okay. Now, what do you want first? Do you want the key or do you want the city name or the house address? Address first, right? We need to go there, right? Reach to the door. Okay, that is what this database name is. Port number or IP address or server name, whatever it is. Okay. You reach there. Once you reach there, now you want to open the house, right? To open the house, you need key. That is your access. That is your credentials, user ID, password. So here we need to provide the SQL Server database name. So here I have one SQL Server database. Okay. This is the SQL Server database. So here we have two options, guys. The type of connections, there are two different type of connections. We will discuss them in detail in a while. Okay. So this is the server. Okay. And any server will have more than one database, isn't it, guys? So if we have multiple databases and you are sure that you want to get data only from one database, we can mention the database name here. It's an optional thing. Okay. If you want, we can mention the database name. Okay. That's one thing. And here we have the data connectivity mode. We have two different connectivity modes, import data and direct query data. Okay. So here import data, let us discuss about this. Import data will import the data only one time. Okay. Like now we are connecting to the database now. Okay. 2241. So it pulls all the data available in that particular database or particular table into Power BI at that particular point in time. Say 2241. Now it has got suppose 100 records. Okay. So all the records would be flowing inside the Power BI desktop. Okay. Next, once these records are imported into Power BI. Now here we have the SQL Server. Okay. Here we have the Power BI. Okay. So we have imported the data. So 100 records have come into Power BI. Now after say 1 hour or 2 hours or 1 day or 1 week, these 100 records have become 120 records. Okay. These 100 records which are on today, after 2 days, say it has become 120 records. Now this 120 will not be available in Power BI. Only 100 will be available because we are using the import option. Are you all getting? Import action import connectivity mode, it takes the snapshot of the data at any given point in time, just like a photograph. What will be there in the photograph? Whatever is, the camera is able to cover at that particular point in time, isn't it, guys? In the photograph. But if you take a video, what will be there? It will be moving, right? It will be a continuous stream of pictures or sceneries, isn't it? So that's the difference here between import and direct query. So when we connect through import, it is like static. Okay, you just import once and you deal with the data, you do all the cleaning and you make the visualizations, all those things. It is static now. But when it is coming to the direct query, so data is directly, the server is directly connected to this Power BI desktop. Okay. So in that, what happens is, in the direct query, these 100 records will not be stored in Power BI. Okay. There is no data storage in Power BI when we use direct query. So data will be available only in SQL Server, and data will be sent into the Power BI. It will not be stored. Okay. So that way, the storage requirements will be less when we use direct query. Are you all getting? So there will be continuous exchange of information from SQL Server to the Power BI when we have this direct query. Okay. So when it is continuous information exchange, what happens is there will be overload on the network and also on the performance of the Power BI. So it will get slowed down. Okay. And apart from this, when we are using Power BI services, or especially Power BI services, which are cloud-based platforms, and if we are using many direct queries to extract the data from different SQL tables, and if many people are using these direct queries, okay, then there will be lot of traffic going on for this exchange of data, or for pushing of the data from SQL Server to Power BI. So that will increase the pricing for that organization. Okay, you will have to pay more to the service providers, whoever is providing this cloud-based services to you. Okay, are you all getting? So here we have different databases. This is the server. So different databases are there. Okay. So one database, we are connecting to one database in that. So there are different tables here. Okay. So we will connect to one or two tables and see what we can do. Okay. Is it clear? Now we will connect to one table, employee table, human resources dot employee table. Okay. So here I have not mentioned any database as such. Okay. Let us just import the data. Okay. Let us use the first option. Now, what kind of connectivity do you need to choose? So that question arises, isn't it, guys? From an organization point of view, so it becomes a critical thing to decide on. So what kind of connectivity mode to choose, import or direct query? So if your organization is getting the cloud services, cloud-based services, and then there are too many direct queries and too many people are using, then it may become costly if we use direct query. Okay. Whereas if we use import, it is, and also here in the direct query, the performance also will have a lot of effect. Okay. It will slow down the Power BI. So that way also it is negative, but you will be able to have live data. Okay, I mean real-time data. That's the thing. So you need to balance out that. And when to go for import? So when we go for import, what happens is there the performance is better, much better compared to direct query. Okay, the efficiency is better, and but the data is not up to date. It's not real-time data. It is a snapshot of the data. Okay, it is old data, some point in time previously. Okay, so here when we import the data gets stored in the Power BI desktop, isn't it? Okay, so when we are using say a Power BI service to import the data, when we use the import, there also what is Power BI service? Power BI service is a cloud-based platform offered by Microsoft, where we can import the data and build the dashboards and collaborate with colleagues or others. We can share those dashboards and all those things. Okay, so there also when we import the data from different sources and store it in the Power BI, okay, Power BI service, then that storage cost also we need to consider. Okay, the storage space cost. So as an organization, you need to balance or take an informed decision whether to go for import data connectivity or direct query data connectivity. Okay, you need to consider these aspects. Is it clear, everyone, the differences between import and direct query?